Good morning, Francesco here. I just got some cool new camo gear and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Maybe you can find some stuff here as well because it is a place basically meant for non-radio people. It's called Radio Made Easy. No sponsorship or affiliation or anything. I'll put a link in the description. It's a guy named Evan who's very cool. I've never met him in person, but I've spoke to him a few times on the phone, just like answering questions and whatnot, which was very helpful. And I've placed a few orders in the past. This is the most recent one, so I figured I'd kind of show you what I got. We'll go into like what ham radio is and all that stuff in a second. So basically, I ordered this radio as a kit, and so this is, I believe, the UV Pro, and I think it's called the UV Pro Essentials kit. Basically, like, it comes with this radio and all the stuff that you need to run it. I added a couple extra stuff, and most importantly, it comes pre-programmed. Evan will actually open up the box, like turn this radio on, plug it in, and program it based on your zip code. So all the local repeaters and stuff that are in your specific area, this radio actually comes with. And so obviously, like, yes, you can program it yourself. If you are a tech person, it's pretty simple to program yourself. But if you're not, or if you don't have the time to figure it out, which I consider myself sort of a tech person, but like, I just don't have time to figure it out. And I know for a fact, like, I own several radios that I bought off of Amazon, and they are completely unprogrammed because I just haven't got around to it, right? And it's been years. So if I can pay someone a few dollars to do it for me, especially someone who has, a very cool business and someone who is sort of like-minded, I will 100% do that. And so, again, this is the UV Pro Essentials Kit. It's on radiomadeeasy.com. And so let's walk through it. So first of all, here's the radio. It still has a little sticker on. I figure let's get quiet and let's listen to this ASMR. Nice. So this is the radio. Immediately, I won't turn it on yet because it doesn't have an antenna in, but it has this little thing that's stuck in. This is called a BNC adapter, I believe. And what this allows you to do is it opens up compatibility to a ton of different antennas and accessories and stuff, some of which are on the table, which I'll show you. Versus if you didn't have this little BNC adapter, you would have to buy like basically your selection of different things you can hook into this radio diminishes drastically. So BNC adapter, it comes pre-threaded in, battery pack on the back. It is USB-C rechargeable, which is awesome. I have way too many radios that are like proprietary charging cradles, and those are not cool because you lose that cradle or you're out and about, you're screwed, right? Versus USB-C is pretty universal at this time. And it's cool that it's on the back, not on the bottom of the radio, so you can still stand the radio up, and still have it plugged in, which is cool. So that's the radio. We'll start on the left, and this is the box that it came in. Obviously, I took it out the box, but there's some more stuff left in the box. A couple of the antenna stuff, again, it doesn't come default with it, but you can add it sort of to the kit, right? You can like a la carte your situation. So this is one of my favorite antennas because it's it's long enough that it's a little longer than the stubby. I'm trying to think, do I have I have another, maybe I'll show you later, but basically it's long enough, right? But it's not like so long that it's unwieldy. And just to demonstrate how the BNC thing works, you just it just screws in one turn and then you're good, right? Like it's you don't have to spend time rethreading, and then boom, that's it. So that's awesome. In this little baggie, you'll see it's like a coiled antenna, and I believe this is the wearable one, right? So again, same kind of BNC hookup. You plug this in, but then you could sort of like wind this through the MOLLE or the PALS webbing on your backpack or your chest rig or whatever it is, and just sort of wear this antenna because it's so flexible, right? Like it's just it's a cool setup because that way you get the length of this antenna. As you can tell, it's pretty long, without it being like a rigid antenna. So it makes it a lot easier to carry on your person. Obviously, you wouldn't want to mount that like on a vehicle or anything because it's too floppy. But you can mount it to, your bag or whatever it is, right? Next thing, well, handheld. I'm assuming it's like a Bluetooth you can like Bluetooth it, and it's like a push to talk situation. That's kind of cool. Came with that belt mount, which is awesome. I'm assuming there's a belt mount for the actual radio in here. Before we go in the box, let's check this out. So this, I believe, is an even longer antenna to this wearable one, where this one, you hook it into the radio, and you can actually like unwind it and throw it up kind of on a tree or something, like a tree branch or the edge of a house or something, which will give you even longer range. Right now, my assumption, again, I'm not a radio guy, my assumption is this works a lot better if you have a more powerful radio, right? Like a mobile radio or a 50 watt or something like that. I don't have any of those yet. Hopefully we'll remedy that issue soon. But I got this just to sort of check out, right? Like I just wanted to see what it's all about and just see if it does actually make a difference with this 5 watt radio. I'm assuming it's 5 watts. It might be 10, but most of these handhelds are 5 or 10. So I got that. Put this to the side, and now let's bust open the box. So it comes with the box, manual, paper, stuff like that. By the way, this radio also comes, again, right, because it's pre-programmed to your zip code, it actually comes with a unique guide of all of the different frequencies programmed to your zip code, right? So that's like a custom thing that it comes with all the radios. Again, yes, you can 100% buy the radio for cheaper on Amazon, but then you don't get that custom programming. And for most people, like myself included, right? Like you're never going to program me on a radio. It's just not going to happen. Little cable situation here. Let me push this up that way. Cable situation. I also bought a spare battery because more batteries, more better. So that's cool. Cables, little USB-C charging things. This is it. So that's the belt mount for the radio. Looks like it just takes two little screws that you just have to add in. I will probably affix that later. It has this antenna. My assumption, let me see. My assumption is that, okay, so you see, this one does not have the BNC adapter. So this is the standard one that would have come with this radio if Evan didn't put that BNC adapter on it. That makes it compatible with everything, right? And so this is radio, so this antenna I'll probably never use, right? Because I don't have to, right? I got the BNC stuff. So this is cool, but it's still included because it comes with the radio. Put that in my pocket. Little Allen key, not sure what that's for. And then more papers and stuff in the bottom. So that's the radio. RadioMadeEasy.com. There are sort of essentials kits, put together kits for handheld, handy talkies as they're called, like the little 5 watt, 10 watt radios. There are mobile radios. There's different solutions, scanners, all different things like that. They're all custom programmed to your zip code, which is, again, very cool. Again, not sponsored or anything like that. Just I think it's a cool company. I've clearly bought from them, so I think it's cool. So, if this helps anyone out there who obviously like finds the need or sees the need for commo but doesn't have the time or the bandwidth or the knowledge to do it themselves, would 100% recommend. And you can also actually schedule a consultation. You can schedule like a 30-minute Zoom session with Evan. I did that maybe a year ago, maybe. So I'm assuming he still offers it. Not sure. But that's very helpful if you're able to do that, because then you can, if you have like a custom or a unique situation, right? Like, oh, I'm running events and I need a bunch of handheld radios, but the range needs to be longer. So like, can I get a repeater? I don't know. Like if you have that type of unique situation, always helpful to sort of run it by someone who knows a lot about radios, right? So take advantage of that consultation if you can or if you need to. And that's about it. Again, Radio Made Easy. Very, very cool company. I would check it out if you need anything to do with radio. I'll leave a link in the description. See y'all later.